Hello, my name is Erik Reyes. I'm the chief of the Central Valley Modeling Section, and it's the section that's primarily charged with developing CalSim and its variants and also applying the model. I'm going to be going over the workshop structure. So everything that's been covered up to now is essentially what we call the executive or management briefing part. It's also the announcement of the model. It's our release, essentially. And from this point forward, we're going to be going into the details of the model. And some people may not stay for that, but we're still going to just give an overview of what we're going to cover in the next couple days, really. We're going to start off at the top level with the system representation and the network schematic. So essentially trying to give an overview of the geographic expanse, both the total expanse and also the detail with which we now model the system. With that geographic expanse covered, then we're going to go into the inputs for the model, which the rim watershed hydrology, which is an important factor of coming up with water supplies. Then also in the valley floor, which consists of surface water runoff and demand, ET, Francis mentioned that, water rights and contracts, closure terms. It's sort of our way to get back to reality, and that'll be covered in detail this afternoon. CalSim Hydro, which is our tool for automatically generating our concept of use demands, and then also the delta. So we have rim watershed, which is the upper basin, upper portion of the basins, the valley hydrology, and then subsurface flows, which are represented with the groundwater. And those three pieces then feed into our model implementation. From there, we went through an extensive model calibration and validation. And then we'll go over the RIMS2 user interface and how to use it. And then lastly, we'll go over an example application. So that is the structure of what we're going to be going over the next couple of days. And then for housekeeping, I just want to point out some things. For folks that are participating through Skype, DWR has been experiencing some slowdowns with our network, and so you may see some lag, and we apologize for that. By default, all the Skype participants have been muted, and we ask that you stay muted, because we'll get some feedback and things like that if people try to chime in through their microphones at home or in their office. We don't have a conference line, but you can hear us through your computer. And if they have a question, if anyone on Skype has a question, please submit your questions through the chat feature. And then we have Deepti here who will be monitoring the chat feature, and then we'll pose the questions to the group. And during our presentations, we're running on a really tight time schedule because it's just a lot of material to cover. So we're going to save questions to the end, and we'll probably only be able to ask maybe one or two questions that we'll answer. And with that, we'll conclude this morning portion, and take a 10-minute break and come back. And hopefully, for those of you that are staying, you'll be interested and you'll learn a lot about CalSim3. Thank you.